Hey everyone, today we're going to be checking out how to get the reference number and serial number for your Rolex watch. Now the reference number describes the specific model of Rolex, while the serial number will give you the estimated date of production. Both of those numbers are engraved on the side of the case, which means that you're not going to be able to see it as long as the bracelet is attached to the watch. However, if you have a newer Rolex like this reference 116610 Submariner, there's a fairly good chance that the serial number engraving is placed along the inner bezel, so take a look for that before you go on further and remove the bracelet. Now, the tool you're going to want to use for this is a spring bar tool. They're easy to come by and very inexpensive. However, if you don't have access to one, you can use a simple push pin or kind of any small device that you can get in there and access the spring bar. So first things first, let's get the bracelet off the watch. The reference number is engraved between the lugs on the 12 o'clock side of the case, while the serial number will be between the lugs on the 6 o'clock side. To get the bracelet off, depending on the type of watch you have, you may either find holes on the side or have to go in through the bottom. For watches with holes on the side of the case, it's quite simple. Take your pin, put a little bit of pressure on it, take your pin, insert into the hole ever so slightly to the point where it comes free. Keep the pressure on so it doesn't pop back into place, flip the watch around, take the pin again, press into the hole, and you'll feel it come out. You can view the reference number now, flip the watch around, and do the exact same thing to the other side of the bracelet. A little bit of pressure on the lugs, press into the hole, flip the watch around, do the exact same thing, and the bracelet is fully removed from the watch, and you can view both the reference number and serial number completely. Now, if your watch is one that doesn't have those holes on the side of its lugs, like this Submariner, you're going to be able to see its serial number if it's engraved here, but if not, you're going to want to still see the reference number. It's in the same place under, so you're going to want to take the bracelet off. On these watches, there will be little cutouts in the end link that allow you to access the spring bar. Just like before, put a little bit of pressure on the end link itself, take your pin or ideally a spring bar tool and go in from it, pulling one side out first, flipping it over, and then pulling the other side out. It'll pop free. Be careful not to lose your spring bar. They can sometimes jump free, but the bracelet's now off and you can view the reference number. On this watch, the serial number is engraved on the inner bezel, so there's no need to take off the other side. Once you're done viewing the reference number and serial number, you're going to want to put the bracelet back on the watch. The easy way to make sure that the right side's going on the correct side is to line up all the crowns, so that way the crown on the bracelet will line up with the crown on the face of the watch itself. Start with one side, get it into the side of the lug first. I like to use my fingernails because it's just as easy with one side in, pull down on the spring bar, and once it gets in the lugs, you'll hear it click into place. Move around to the other side, just do that one more time, and your bracelet is back on your watch and you're ready to wear it again. If your watch doesn't have lug holes, the process is still very similar. Get your spring bar, place it in the lug hole of the watch. Start with one side first, get it in, go around to the other, squeeze it in, you'll hear it click into place, and your bracelet's back on. And that is how you find the reference number and serial number on a Rolex watch. You can find a link in the description below for the manufacture date lookup tool and chart, and be sure to like and subscribe to stay on top of future videos. See you next time.